We've heard the horrific stories that came out of the Holocaust, but some unique and beautiful pieces of history have surfaced as well. 20 years ago, master violin maker Amnon Weinstein began to collect and to restore the violins that surfaced and survived the violence and the destruction. Now those violins are here on the Suncoast in an event called Violins of Hope. We welcome Amnon Weinstein. We are so honored to have you here.
Thank you very much.
What inspired you to start restoring these violins? You're one of the top violin makers in the world. What drew you to this project?
Look, it's difficult to explain because it began a little bit, but my family lost 400 people. And I didn't want to touch this subject of the Holocaust completely. Yeah. But then one day popped out a violin, and then another violin, and then another violin. And now we have 64 instruments with different stories. Some horrible, some beautiful, some people that were saved, and some people that got food because of the violin. It's unbelievable story. And it's continued all the time. We got an email yesterday about a violin in Germany that they want to give it to us. So it's 65.
Oh, that's wonderful. How you've restored 65 now?
64. The 65.
64. That will be the 65th
and
one.
were these all from the Holocaust?
They are all touching the Holocaust in different way. Because, for example, the foundation of Israel Philharmonic Orchestra in '36, they were all people, musicians, top musicians, expelled from Germany, and most of them they've had German instruments. So the end of the war, when all the atrocities discovered, nobody wanted to touch anything made in Germany, and including violins, viola, cellos, and they came to my father and said, if you don't buy the violin, I will break it. And for my father, broken violin, sacrilege, and he bought everyone. So that's also a part of it, because those people who played in Israel from 36 until 44, 45, survived, all of them, including the families.
Wow. So each one of these has a story?
Each violin have a story.
Tell us about these two.
You see, there have been about 3 to 4 Jewish violin makers in the beginning of the century. In our project, we have 2 violin makers, Jewish. One is Zimmerman, he's not here, and this one is Heckart. He was Dutch, he studied in France. We know that in May 44, they killed him in Auschwitz. The guy was a super violin maker. He made also strings for violins, and he was very famous, and now his grandson, he's going to write a book about him and about everything that he has done. I got the violin from the family. This is the first violin that he made as an apprentice.
Wow.
And today he's playing in all the concerts.
The back of that other violin is so interesting.
Yes, and we are going to hear the music, because these violins can still be played, right?
They are made for playing concert everywhere.
Turn that one around, yeah.
And we have 2 amazing musicians who are here who are actually going to play these Holocaust violins for us. This is Catherine Krause and Joey Phillips. They are from the State College of Florida Presidential Strings Quartet, and they are going to play these beautiful instruments. Could we hear you play, please? Violins of Hope will be on display and in concert in Sarasota at various locations from February 1st through the 16th. For tickets and for more information, go to jfedsrq.org. Next, Richard Stern with Money Matters.